To take. Uso uno. Tomar, coger. Every morning, the first thing I do is take a shower. I've taken a shower every morning for at least 12 years. Before I took showers, I took baths. I haven't taken a bath for at least 6 years. After taking a shower, I have a cup of coffee. I get to the office at 8:30 and have another cup of coffee. Yes, that's 2 cups of coffee before 9 o'clock. A lot of caffeine, don't you think? I teach classes until 12:30 and then I take a short break. I don't like taking too many breaks during the day, and I don't like taking too many days off either. I take a vacation at Christmas time and another one in the summer, but otherwise I don't really take days off. I think I've taken 2 sick days off in 7 years. It's a good thing I like my job. Number 1.
Me tomo 2 aspirinas a la semana.
I take 2 aspirins a week. Number 2.
Ella ha cogido muchas más vacaciones que yo.
She has taken a lot more holidays than I have. Number 3.
¿Cuántas aspirinas tomó él?
How many aspirins did he take? Number 4.
¿Por qué no se han tomado un descanso aún?
Why haven't they taken a break yet? Number 5.
Yo que tú no tomaría tantos medicamentos.
If I were you, I wouldn't take so much medicine. Interrogative challenge. Number 1. I take a break at 11 o'clock. What time do you take a break? Number 2. I take medication a few times a year. How often do you take medication? Number 3. I took a shower because it was about time. Why did you take a shower? Number 4. Susan is going to take vacation first. Who is going to take vacation first? Number 5. I would take a break at 3 o'clock if I were you. What time would you take a break if you were me? To take, uso dos, llevar. Whenever I go home to Canada, my parents always come to the airport to take me home. They usually take me straight home, but sometimes we stop along the way. Here in Madrid, I don't have a car, so I rely on public transportation to take me everywhere. There are over 15,000 taxis in Madrid, and they'll take you anywhere for a reasonable price. When I'm in Canada, I feel I need my own car because of the distance between cities and towns. As soon as I get back to Canada, I take the car and use it to take friends out to lunch, to visit other friends, or to go shopping. I've been lucky to have parents that have always taken me wherever I've wanted to go. When I was young, my parents often took me to visit my grandparents. In 1986, they took me to the World Expo in Vancouver. Expo 86 marked the last time a World Expo was held in North America. Translation Challenge. Number 1.
Ella no le llevó al aeropuerto.
She didn't take him to the airport. Number 2.
Ella le llevó ahí 3 veces.
She took me there 3 times. Number 3.
No nos has llevado al zoo.
You haven't taken us to the zoo. Number 4.
¿Has llevado a alguien contigo alguna vez?
Have you ever taken anyone with you? Number 5.
Te he llevado a sitios a donde no la llevé, a ella.
I've taken you to places where I didn't take her. Interrogative challenge. Number 1. John is going to take me home when we're finished. Who's going to take you home when we're finished? Number 2. I've taken her out to dinner 3 times. How many times have you taken her out to dinner? Number 3. I took her there because she asked. Why did you take her there? Number 4. They're taking him there at 7:30. What time are they taking him there? Number 5. Randy can take you there if Joe isn't available. Who can take me if Joe isn't available? To take. Uso 3. Tardar. Canada is a big country. It takes almost a week to drive from coast to coast. In 2002, I drove from Winnipeg in the Midwest of Canada to Halifax on the East Coast. It took about 30 hours. In the last section, I mentioned how I feel I need a car to get around. With the great distances between cities, a car is essential. It takes about 2.5 hours to drive from Montreal to Ottawa, and then it takes another 4 hours to drive to Toronto. In 2003, I drove from Ottawa, the capital of Canada, did you know, to Halifax, where I lived. It normally takes 18 hours, but I got caught in a snowstorm, and it took me over 30 hours. One thing I hate is traffic. It usually takes me about 45 minutes to get to work in the morning, but when the traffic is bad, it can take me almost an hour and a half. Translation challenge. Number 1.
Mi hermano tarda 45 minutos en llegar al trabajo.
It takes my brother 45 minutes to get to work. Number 2.
Ella nunca ha tardado tanto tiempo en llegar a casa.
It has never taken her this long to get home. Number 3.
Se tardará unos 3 meses.
It'll take about 3 months. Number 4.
Tardaste una eternidad en aprenderlo bien.
It took you forever to learn it well. Number 5.
Él tardó mucho tiempo en acostumbrarse a conducir por la derecha.
It took him a long time to get used to driving on the right. Interrogative challenge. Number 1. It took 3 hours to fix it. How long did it take to fix it? Number 2. It has taken me 3 months to get used to the weather here. How long has it taken you to get used to the weather here? Number 3. It took her 45 minutes to get to the office. How long did it take her to get to the office? Number 4. It takes a long time because it's difficult. Why does it take a long time? Number 5. Peter took the longest to finish the race. Who took the longest to finish the race? Uso 4. Hacer falta, requerir. One of the main landmarks in eastern Canada is the Confederation Bridge, which links Prince Edward Island with mainland Canada across the Northumberland Strait. It's the longest bridge in the world to span ice-covered waters. It took over 5,000 people to build. The construction took 4 years. It took $1 billion to complete the project. It took 1.6 billion kilograms of reinforced concrete to build. When I left my home near the Confederation Bridge to come to Spain, I knew it would take a great effort to adjust to the way of life, and I knew it would take a lot of hard work to learn the language. It's been really hard for me to learn Spanish, and it will take a lot more to reach a truly great level. It will take reading, it will take a lot of listening, it will take a lot of speaking, and it will take a lot of classes with a competent teacher for me to reach a level of Spanish that I'm truly happy with. Just like everything else, it takes hard work and discipline to learn a language well. Do you have what it takes? Translation Challenge. Number 1.
Harán falta 6 técnicos para arreglar el sistema.
It will take 6 technicians to fix the system. Number 2.
Me sorprendí de cuántos trabajadores hicieron falta.
I was surprised by how many workers it took. Number 3.
Hace falta mucha pintura para cubrir la pared entera.
It took a lot of paint to cover the whole wall. Number 4.
¿Tienes lo que hace falta?
Do you have what it takes? Number 5.
Esta vez hicieron falta más trabajadores de los que suelen hacer falta.
It took more workers this time than it usually takes. Interrogative challenge. Number 1. The north side of the building took the longest to paint. Which side of the building took the longest to paint? Number 2. It takes 7 people to do it because it's complicated. Why does it take 7 people to do it? Number 3. It'll take $7,000 to get the system up and running. How much money will it take to get the system up and running? Number 4. Yes, it takes a lot of effort to learn English. Does it take a lot of effort to learn English? Number 5. It takes hard work and dedication to learn it well. What does it take to learn it well?